And I think that some of us, when we get success, we turn into the police. You turn into the police where where you have a platform where you can speak on things. Everybody loves a winner. Everybody else, it's easy for you to make everything look the way you want it to look.
Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm.
They took down the father of America. They took down Mr. Perfect.
But he was sexually assaulting women, though.
In a stunning turn of events, comedian Mike Epps has just unleashed a bombshell revelation about Ice Cube, asserting that the legendary rapper-turned-actor is, in fact, the true gatekeeper of Hollywood. The comedy world is buzzing with anticipation as Epps sends out a chilling warning, raising eyebrows and leaving us all wondering, what power does Ice Cube truly hold behind the scenes?
And some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
You know, Ice Cube has had a significant impact on the entertainment industry. He has worked with renowned individuals like Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, and Angela Winbush, and he has been instrumental in launching the careers of many talented artists in Black Hollywood, including Jamie Foxx and Lisa Ray.
And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club.
But it seems that Ice Cube has been at the center of some controversy as of late. He has been accused of being a gatekeeper while also criticizing the industry's elite. Critics say he should know better than to challenge the system after receiving help from powerful people, but he has done just that. Ironic, to say the least.
I mean, they said he was or whatever, but I mean, the reality of it is that, hey, they can get any of it.
As an illustration, Chris Tucker, who played Smokey in the Friday films, opted out of returning for any future installments. He thinks the stereotype of Black people as being lazy has been perpetuated in part because of Smokey. Because of this, some people accuse Ice Cube of promoting this negative stereotype in his movies. Chris Tucker says he wanted to diversify his work and follow in Eddie Murphy's footsteps by appearing in a wide variety of roles and achieving box office success with films like Money Talks. Moreover, there are claims that Ice Cube's involvement with the Big Three, a basketball league featuring retired NBA players, is not being received well. Critics argue that it's a half-hearted endeavor, lacking originality and proper organization. Ice Cube allegedly expects half of the money from the NBA and wants current NBA players to participate in his league. But since the NBA is not keen on sharing their turf, he has resorted to using race as a political weapon to sway Black voters in his favor. Many see parallels between what Monique did and the recent calls to boycott Netflix. Mike Epps, a fellow comedian and actor, seems to think Ice Cube was instrumental in his success, implying that he might not have achieved the same level of fame without him. It is unclear where Ice Cube's career goes from here in light of all the controversy surrounding him. Concerns have been raised about his remarks regarding NBA gatekeepers and potential shots taken at the league, and the future holds no guarantees. If you're still wondering what this is all about, allow me to bring you into the loop here. Ice Cube has declared that he was not part of the elite Hollywood club and voiced his grievances against unnamed gatekeepers who imposed additional burdens on him. He attributed the lack of attention given to his Big Three basketball league, which he co-founded with entertainment executive Jeff Quatinetz, to his outsider status. Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club, he stated, and a lot of you listening to me right here and right now, you are not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their expletive club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. Ice Cube's career began with the rap group NWA, and their song F Tha Police from the 1988 album Straight Outta Compton became an anthem for expressing discontent with law enforcement. Critics brought attention to Ice Cube's alleged history of making anti-Asian and anti-Semitic remarks following the NFL's announcement of its partnership with Ice Cube's contract with Black America, CWBA, Institute, and Economic Equity Initiative. The NFL, seeking to expand its collaboration with Black-owned businesses, announced the partnership on June 30th. The collaboration aimed to identify league-wide opportunities in the financial, tech, and production sectors, with a focus on increasing spending on Black businesses to address America's racial and economic wealth gap. The NFL had reportedly spent over $125 million on black businesses in the past year, including investments in Ariel Investments, City First Broadway Bank, Cover Communications, and Fearless Technology. Ice Cube stated that the league and his initiative had been working closely for over a year, although the announcement marked the beginning of an official partnership. We feel like if you tackle the huge wealth gap between black people and white people in this country, that should solve a lot of problems that are there, Ice Cube, whose real name is O'Shea Jackson, explained in an interview with the AP Pro Football podcast on June 30th. Our thing was to go after some of the biggest companies in the country that rely on black consumers or black workers, and the biggest one that we focused on was the NFL. Alongside Ice Cube, CWB was led by entertainment lawyer and longtime business partner Jeff Quatinetz, as well as advisors Jerron Smith and Chris Pilkerton. As a prominent artist, Ice Cube became the face of the initiative, which drew swift criticism from those who highlighted his history of targeting Jewish and Asian people in his songs. On July 1st, the Washington Free Beacon cited Ice Cube's use of phrases like white Jew and cracker to refer to Jewish music producer Jerry Heller in his song No Vaseline. The Free Beacon characterized Ice Cube as an anti-Semitic rapper who in his songs has called for violence against Jews and Asians. In No Vaseline, he rapped, "Get rid of that devil real simple, put a bullet in his temple." In the song Black Korea, which supposedly addressed racism against the black community by Korean shop owners in Los Angeles, Ice Cube threatened to burn your store right down to a crisp. He also referred to the store owners in the song as Oriental one-penny countin' mother effer and Little Chinese mother asterisk cocker. These lyrics were part of his studio album Death Certificate, released on October 31st, 1991, a few months after the Rodney King incident that intensified long-standing tensions between the black and Korean communities. In June 2020, Ice Cube stirred controversy when he posted tweets expressing support for Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam leader who has made anti-Semitic remarks comparing Jews to termites and calling them wicked deceivers of the American people. Following the NFL's partnership announcement, several Twitter users criticized the collaboration due to Ice Cube's past statements and lyrics. This person tweeted, "Be it Kyrie, RFK Jr., Ice Cube, Rogan, etc., all these conspiracy theorists pinball back and forth between anti-vax, anti-Semitism, homophobia, etc., etc. It's just gross and pointless and lets you know who a person really is." Another person added, "Royce White has been a piece of shit for a long time, but at the big three and at Ice Cube really leaning into conservative narratives to try and survive has been laughable. Cube popped into a Rajen pod to bash woke agenda and push anti-trans bullshit. Cube brings in RFK Jr." However, there were some people that expressed support for Ice Cube. One tweeted, "Cube is the same anti-authority. Get out of the way so I can handle business, dude. He has always been mad respect. I can only imagine the offers and threats that have been sent his way. Yet bro has stood tall and refused to sell out his values to the establishment machine." Another person said, "At Ice Cube, fighting MFs who think they rule us since the beginning. Love this man for his fight." You know, part of the reason that Chris Tucker is firing shots at Ice Cube must have to do with what Cube has said about him before. Ice Cube recently expressed his belief that Mike Epps surpasses Chris Tucker in terms of comedic talent. During an appearance on the Full Send podcast on May 19th, the West Coast legend confidently declared Epps to be the funnier comedian between the two Friday co-stars. In Cube's eyes, Epps shines as a pure comic. While discussing Tucker's performance in the first Friday film, the podcast host praised him. However, Cube argued that Tucker's decision to not appear in the subsequent films turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Cube revealed that Epps wouldn't have been cast as Day-Day if Tucker had continued with the franchise. "Yeah, but I'm glad he didn't do it," added the rapper-turned-movie executive, "'cause we wouldn't have Mike." Cube went on to explain that he fought hard for Tucker to reprise his role as Smokey in the Friday series. However, Tucker declined an 8-figure offer to appear as Smokey, citing religious reasons. Cube confirmed, "Yeah, we wanted him. He turned it down. You'll hear 1,000 different stories. But we wanted to pay him $12 million to do that movie, and he turned it down." Cube continued, revealing Tucker's reasons. He said it was for religious reasons. He didn't want to cuss, and he didn't want to smoke weed on camera. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.